you guys doing? Hope you're going to have an awesome day today. Arrowverse here. If you ever did, keep doing me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. While you're at it, go ahead and push the bell for notifications so you can get to scoop my newest upcoming videos. It's going to be recapping a breakdown. Season 9, episode 4, where we left off. Oh yeah, Red Death was asking Mark, when is the cosmic machine going to be ready? Well, it's going to be ready in an hour. Red Death said, let me handle how to manufacture and power it up. Barry and Iris are actually sitting down trying to find out who this new speedster is and the identity of this new speedster. Right now, they're not really having any luck, but they think that it's a new avatar of the negative speed force, and it's driving this person insane, just like it drove Diana insane when she had her first kinetic speed force. Now, Barry's thinking about Dawn. He's saying, if I had 1% chance of reasoning with Dawn, I could have saved his life. Iris keeps on saying, Barry, you can't hurt yourself. Keep on being yourself. Dawn made his choice. That's what he did. So, Barry decides to go to Star Labs to see what he could dig up. Back at Joe's place, he's actually reading the book to Jenna, and Cecile comes home. Yeah, when she comes home, she walks over to the dinner table and sees a flyer. Yes, pamphlet, Joe really wants to move out of Central City, basically, and they're going to have quite a long talk about why they actually want to leave Central City. But we'll get into that in a moment's notice, and yeah, they will be moving, most likely. Back at Star Labs, Barry is finally there, and well, let's just say that they found a hotspot. Red Death has finally made his move. Yes, Red Death is actually at Monument Park and caused mayhem distress. Everybody's out there, and the Flash, he comes up to Red Death and says, I know what the negative speed force is doing to you. It's taunting you, wanting you to go insane. Let's talk. Then Red Death pulls out a little meta that Whammy is Barry, well, the Flash, technically, which I think is a cheap move. I mean, you're so powerful enough, you could take away the Flash's powers. Do you really need someone to do your own bidding? But other than that, Red Death blocks out the whole entire city, including the loft, Iris's house, including Joe's house, and yes, even Star Labs at the moment. So, Star Labs is actually at 20% running, but the rest of the Team Flash, they're about to come up with an idea how to save Barry. So Barry wakes up, he's chained and has meta dampers on him, so he can't really phase his way, run his way out of anything. He sees a cosmetic transmitter. So Red Death says to them, go at your stations and Flash, we'll talk. You say you want to talk? Well, let's talk right now. So Chester comes up with the idea. He says, how about we call him Backup the Rogues? As for Red Death, he says, so what do you want to talk about, Flash? The Flash says, I know what's going on inside you. You're the new avatar for the negative speed force. It's controlling you. Red Death zaps Flash, says, you really think that the negative speed force is controlling me? I created my own speed force, Flash. This has nothing to do with the negative speed force. So Iris is blocked out. She actually opens the door, and there's Ryan Wilder, and yes, aka Batwoman. So she appears, she needs help. She says how she encountered Red Death, but her story is a facade, basically. And Iris is not buying any single word she's saying. So backup has arrived at Star Labs, and Harley has equipment where it could trace Flash's vibrational systems, but no signal because he's wearing meta dampers. So Barry is trying to put the pictures together 2 and 2. Whoever goes inside the suit of Red Death has speedster powers. If they're outside of the suit of Red Death, they do not have speedster powers at all. So that's Lupo, and he's realizing that the negative speed force is still out there. But who is Red Death? It's actually Batwoman. Yes, she's actually controlling the suit right now. She doesn't have speedster powers at the moment. So she talks to Iris, says, I'm not from here. I'm from another timeline where the Flash is the enemy. I've been so sick and tired of these criminals escaping, so I did some research into the Flash and created my own speed force. That's how I became Red Death. So yeah, she needs Iris, let's just say for the cosmetic machine right here. But apparently Marcus, he has a choice to make whether or not he wants to help Flash or not. So Red Death is, well, gonna take Iris hostage so that Barry could run on the machine. The reason why he needs to run on the machine is because organic speed force is all she needs to power up the treadmill, the cosmetic treadmill, so she could open a timeline portal and I suppose bring out the Flash. But that came with a cost. Dark skies, lightning struck, it almost killed little Jenna. Yeah, but Cecile used her powers and stopped what was happening right here in this dangerous situation. So she saved her own daughter, and she said, I feel the stress of other people, anger, causing pain, distress. I had to go out there and help them. So Cecile's going out and help them. Now that the metacuffs are off, they can sense where the Flash is at. But the Flash is way too far long distance away, so they need to teleport there as fast as they can. So Mark turns out the treadmill and Shockwave zaps Batwoman. I said Red Death. Yeah, Red Death. She falls to the ground. Barry falls to the ground, but Barry, well, let's just say Flash's speed only has 20%, and backup does arrive. Mark says, you guys need to get out of here because Red Death is literally about to get up, and besides, he needs to hold off of the other rogues. So he's going to take on all the rogues by himself, and which he inevitably does. Barry doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave Mark behind because Mark held himself up as long as he can, but he got defeated, and you can see Captain Boomerang with his boomerang and a knife. They're literally about to kill Mark as soon as they teleport back to Star Labs. Barry is angry, saying, why did you leave him? We could have saved him. They said, are you serious? Red Death could have killed us instantly. Besides, you're low on your speed. So Barry says, you know what? On Team Flash, no one else is going to die. I'm going to make sure that no one else will, and that's my word I'm giving you. Back on the couch, Cecile and Jill are thinking about what actually happened during that storm, and they're agreeing maybe they should actually leave Central City for the best. She finally wakes up Red Death, and she finds her cosmetic treadmill destroyed. Says, I'm going to get war on the Flash. To be continued. Alright, so this is going to be, and I'll tell you guys why. Okay, you guys ready? It's time for the breakdown. Let's dive right into it, shall we? So we see a clear visual view. Let me straighten this out real quick for you guys. Alright, so we're inside CCPD. So when we're inside CCPD, obviously something's going on because Red Death is causing mayhem, distress all over Central City, causing the police, CCPD to leave and try to contain what the problem is, but there's a price. The Flash is at 20% of his speed, and Red Death is just loving it. And Red Death says, "You nothing, you're pathetic. You're just mud underneath my shoes." And so, basically, her plan is to destroy Central City, including the Flash, as usual. We already heard this story before. Flash says, "I need you guys as backup. You have to help me stop Red Death once and for all." I had to slow us down. So this is Amari, the person behind the mask. Yes, I guess a serial killer. She was like a college student. It's a long story. I'll probably do a lower video on her. Other than that, Christian Kramer's CCPD's building is, well, dismantled. No officers are there, no detectives, but she is being held up hostage. Goldface says that this is too much, this is way above our pay grade. It's over, Barry. So the rogues are basically leaving Barry. Barry has to find a new team because they're doubting themselves, and Joe is trying to encourage Barry, but Barry still thinks that he needs a team in order to stop Red Death. It's not looking good for the Flash at the moment right now, but we see this. Christian Kramer is being held hostage in her CCPD. No officers or detectives there. She says, "Welcome, Flash, to my Red Death's world." This reminds me of Zoom's story in Season 2. So just think about it. Zoom's main goal was to dismantle Barry's friends, families, and also go to CCPD, kill the police officers CCPD, and also bring out some friends. I guess you could say some rogues that came from his planet. Yes, to destroy Central City. Exact same thing Red Death is doing right now. Hunter Zolman did the same thing Red Death is actually doing. It's like repeated history. So right now she wants to have Flash's powers. Okay, you want to have Flash's powers. Didn't Hunter Zolman want Flash's powers as well? His organic speed force? And also, he got his organic speed force and wanted to kill Flash. This is just like season 2 all over again. I have no idea. I guess they ran out of ideas, Eric Wallace. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Yes, I'll see you all in the next one.